Good morning. Good morning and happy Monday, May the 8th, 2023. Good morning, good morning. Cheers, coffee. Hello, Sprig. How was y'all's weekend? Go ahead and tell me how your weekend was. More like, tell me how you guys got through the crazy full moon slash eclipse slash comet meteor shower slash no homicide. All right. This morning is always Monday morning coffee and pulling tarot. So go ahead and put your questions in the chat. I have two from the phone that I will get to first. Blue ribbon goes to Rocco today. He was first. Cheers, Rocco. I hope your back is better, sweetie. All right. Crazy storms. Yes, Dumplin', we had weird storms roll through here. Lots of lightning and thunder, torrential downpours that obviously came through my roof. Yay. It's okay. Used to it. Y'all enjoy my face being very broke out just because it is what it is. So let's see. Friday was chaotic. My granddaughter had her surgery. She took it kind of hard. Anesthesia was very hard on her. And then post-surgery, she had some problems. It was a little touch and go there for a while, but she bounced back quite quickly after that. Thanks for all your thoughts and prayers and Nadia working on her and all that good stuff. She's doing great. She's outside riding her bike now. She's good to go. So anyway, a lot of people were saying that Friday their energy was terrible, whether they were irritable, extremely tired, just off. I, on the other hand, despite Harley's surgery and everything, I felt great. I was able to catch up on sleep. I didn't pick up my phone this weekend, unless it was just to say hi to a couple people that had messaged me. Of course, it's always chaotic and busy around here with the littles, but I just laid down the electronics and I didn't do anything as far as that stuff goes, technology-wise. Friday night, I actually slept very well, very peacefully. My energy was completely opposite than everybody else. Positive thing, I wasn't homicidal, so that's good. So, yeah, a lot of emotions are running high, whether it's sadness, irritability, maybe just flat out anger. I don't know. I was totally okay. I mean, I think a lot of people are getting some ascension upgrades, and that's okay. It was just some energy we had to deal with. But I hope everybody is getting back on track if you did have it rough. Uh-oh, Rocco, you got honeydews this afternoon. No phone. Well, wifey's cracking the whip. All right, guys, I've already pulled your oracles. Not too much lecture-wise. Advice, yes, but not lecture. So, drinking coffee and cough drops don't go well together, by the way. Just saying. All right, so I'm going to start out this morning with a couple of questions that I got on my phone. Let's see. I think it was. I want to do this correctly. I don't want to say it wrong. Okay. Let me pull these up. All right. All right, so we had a question. Terry had a question about babies being born right now with black eyes. Not the outside, but the whites of their eyes are all black. Okay. She had a theory that possibility of maybe a cross of DNA, and that they may have some hybrid DNA, which is very, very common. We all have it in our DNA, believe it or not. More common so with the new generation, but mixed with the DNA of the grays. Now, there are different species of the grays. I don't want to be that specific because we'd be here all day. There are different types, but most people know that the grays are very familiar to the public, and that the pupils and everything of their eyes are totally black. So we're going to pull cards to just simply ask Spirit if these babies are being born as hybrids that have been mixed with the grays DNA. And please understand, there are positive grays and there are negative grays. But let's start with that question. I am just going to use basic rider weight until they tell me otherwise. Okie dokie. All right. So, if you guys have any additional questions, I know Nadia has one and we'll get to that in just a second. But if you have any additional ones, go ahead and put them in the chat. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm going to be kind of specific. I don't need to know. It'll tell me good or bad. If they are, if it's a positive, yes, their DNA are hybrids, it'll say negative or positive. Okie dokie. Just on how the cards are aspected. So here's a crazy question for you. How many of you sat through the coronation of the fake king? I did not. Had no desire to. Why ruin your weekend? But a lot of chatter out there. I didn't pick up technology. Did a little bit last night just to prepare for the show. But other than that, didn't care. Actually, it was Saturday afternoon. And I'd totally forgotten about it. But just curious. Anybody sit through and watch it? Even for little hints and craziness going on. I heard that there was a lot of messages. People that were there. Let's see. We'll get into that in a minute. All right, so let's ask about these babies. I also curious to know if this has to do with the Jabberdo, you know what I mean? And it's okay, Dumpling, if you can't spot messages, it's all right. Not everybody's cut out to do that. Okay. Interesting. I do not have a message of galactic grays. That has nothing to do with it. My other assumption, I believe, is correct. I'll pull confirmation in a minute. So we're simply asking about the baby pages. Okay. Wands are about passion and desire and starting a new destination, a new project. Well, here's what the universe is trying to do. The Judgment card represents waking up, trying to get your attention. Wake up and realize what's going on. The Justice card sits in the past position. This is about finding balance and justice and understanding what went wrong and what's going to go right, if you know what I mean. think Nuremberg trials, if that rings a bell. These babies are going to be, well, right now we're wishing. This is the current position. The Nine of Cups, remember, it's very emotional when we talk about our littles, right? This is making a wish, and we're hoping and praying that everything turns out okay for these littles, right? Here's your future. Sovereign and independence. This says that they're going to be okay. They will be their own people and have their own personalities and their own sovereignty, and they'll be okay. They'll be very abundant and very special children. Well, here's some advice. The Lover's card comes in. Now, yes, it can be a contract, but this is also to cause more division and understanding that there may be a split on how they act versus someone else. The Knight of Cups tells me illusion and delusion, and tread lightly and be careful of what you assume, because it's not. So it tells me that it's not to do with the grays, but more to do with that thing that some people elected to take. Okay, confirmation. Okay, all right. Well, here's what it tells me about these littles. Very special kids. King of Wands, they're going to be the little go-getters to get out there and be leaders. They're going to be very, very special. Now, here's the thing. This is my Abba card. This is my creator card. But this is like lighting a new path and a new way of looking at things. Spiritual guidance. Starting a new path, seeking wisdom. But the collective should not worry. This is a celebration card. These littles are going to be okay. Okay? That tells me that they're in the arms of the creator, if that makes sense. All right. So I do not get that they are a hybrid from any gray matrix or anything like that. I get that it's the thingy. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. So that was that one. Let me see who's texting. Apparently nothing. Okay. No, Nadia had one. All right, darling. Let's see. She said it sounds like a 3D question. It's okay. I mean, we still ask 3D questions. And she said, but it's not. Okay. With the coronation that happened this weekend, are the awake people the only ones that can see that it's fake? And if it doesn't look fake, how are other people going to wake up? Okay. All right. Well, we're going to look. Let's look for numbers and a percentage to see how many people that did see it, because not everybody chose to watch it, but let's see how many people percentage-wise from the cards actually realized how fake it was. Now, I didn't watch it. I saw highlights and a couple of things that people had sent me. Other than that, I didn't care. Excuse my nose, guys. Thank you, Rocco. All right. All right. Let's do coronation. Let's see how many people realized that it was fake. And then the second part of the question, I don't know that they're ever going to wake up. I think there's a percentage of the people that are NPCs. There's some percentage that are just normal human beings that just don't give a crap. So not me personally, my opinion, I'm not going to sit and hold hands. I'm just not. I know that's not what she asked. I'm just giving you my opinion. But they don't. We got work to do. All right. Good morning, sweet ginger cakes. I did see Kathy's in here. D Bliss popped in. Hello. Hi, Kay. There's my JoJo. Nadia and Deb. Terry. Dumpling. All right. Hope everyone had a good weekend. If you're just popping in, it wasn't too crazy for you. All right. So let's do Nadia's question about the coronation. How many people realized it was fake? Is it just the ones that are awake and the scales have been removed from their eyes? Or people that just maybe started noticing some don't seem right? Let's just look. So I'm going to ask Spirit to try to throw in some numbers, and then they'll show me a percentage. They show me images like math equations in my head. Scary thought, me and math on a Monday. Y'all pray for me. All right. The future cards will tell me if any more people will wake up in the future. We pray that they do. Wow. It's starting off with major arcana cards. Funny. Gotta love Spirit's sense of humor. Of course, he would show up. Wow. Okay. Apparently, it kind of freaks some people out as well. Current situation, asking the question. This is kind of funny that this card starts out, the Star card. Yes, it's an off-worlder card because, of course, the Alliance and the Galactic Federation were helping pull this off, okay, because they do a lot of the CGI stuff for us. But the Star cards also represents making a wish and hoping and praying that I wish people would wake up and realize it. Did anyone see that it was an illusion? The Magician card. Lots of people saw that it was fake. Something's not right here. So they're questioning it, okay? In the past. Now, this card represents you and I and the collective, okay? This is us. Okay. This is a guy that's been working and did all the work and is just sitting back here watching, wait, what's going to happen? Because we already know. So now we wait to see if anyone else is going to realize it and manifesting that they wake up. Here's the rest of the population that saw it. You're going to find this fascinating with the number because it's extremely high. They're saying, because this sits beside the Magician, between the Star card and the Magician, this is the current situation. This is the general population, because we did ours. We're the ones standing there leaning on the hoe going, really? 90% of the people know something is wrong and it caused them anxiety and worry. Something doesn't seem right. Now, that doesn't mean that everyone watched it. It says 90% of the people that did watch it realized there's a major problem here. Well, the question is, are they going to do anything about it? Apparently, a big portion of them are. Because the Eight of Cups comes in, and this is walking away from the past and starting a new beginning. Like, I'm not doing this no more. Maybe it was the one thing that sent them over the edge, and they're like, I'm not buying this crap anymore. Most people, there is a lot of people waking up. They're just silent about it. They don't really talk about it. So under that Nine of Swords with the truth, people are walking away. Good percentage of them. All right. Now, I find this fascinating because it represents the people that we have called, forgive me, Sean, the sheep, the unaware, and us. This is the future and them coming to us to reconcile. I'm sorry. I was wrong. Their emotions are going to get overrun and they're going to realize, like, come forward and say, you were right. I saw some really whacked out stuff during that, and I'm sorry. Can we sit down and talk? Do you owe them an explanation? No. Would you do it out of the kindness of your heart, even just little drippy drops? Probably so, because we're good people. Okay? And, of course, you know who comes in here? The Emperor. People are going to pay attention to this guy a whole lot more and reconcile, because that's on the opposite side, with what he's been telling people all along, that he wasn't full of crap. Makes sense? So let's pull some confirmation. Beautiful. Okay. So these are all major court cards that came up in confirmation. Bringing balance, truth, and justice. The King of Swords comes in here and says, truth's going to hit them really, really hard. And they're going to have to find out, pick it apart, use their discernment, and figure it out. But it will justify itself. It will confirm what they've been seeing. They'll be asking a lot of questions. Remember, swords are thoughts and words, even the written word, okay? Now, there are some people that are going to be Queen of Cups, and this is guarding themselves, putting boundaries, and realizing that maybe it was a little too emotional for them and they can't handle it, so they're just going to turn it off. They're just going to say, nope, no thanks. And those will be the people that just go back to running the rat race and just won't even investigate it. But people that, this tells me the people that will ask questions are the ones that have families. Here's our Rocco card, the King of Pentacles. This is a generational thing, and manifesting for the sake of their families, they will start to really wake up and ask questions because their children's or grandchildren's future is at risk. But that's asking great leaders. These are all court cards, so going to leaders and asking questions as well. They're going to start questioning their government. Should have been doing it all along. That's how we got into this mess. So, or maybe they'll just all call Rocco. He's like, no, don't worry, I won't give your number out. So Nadia, basically 90% of the people that did watch it knew that something was off. So, and then you got the 8 of Cups, which tells me in about 80% of them. So about 10% are probably just going to walk away and forget it. Like, well, that was kind of weird. We already know that there's some little hints that they gave us. It happened 2 days before it was technically supposed to happen. There's just lots of little things in there. But anyway, Rocco, you said, what? I said, I'm not going to give your number up. I pulled the King of Pentacle card, and I said, that maybe that just means they're all going to go to Rocco for answers. And I said, don't worry, I won't give your number out. Call Ghostbusters. Maybe so. Maybe so. You're funny. The Bible that he was sworn in on said 2023 Bible. It's probably the new one. You know, where they put the actual stuff, which I don't know unless it was 10 feet tall. I mean, because that's a lot of books. But Dragonfly 17, thank you for catching that. I did not know that. Like I said, I just caught little highlights and what people were talking about. All right. Rocco's doing laundry. Okay. Rocco sent me one. Let me see. Oh, it's your own question. Okay. I like putting them up on the screen here. Hang on. Let me see. Hubby's in here. Hi, hubby. Oh, why am I not seeing it? I'm just blind as a bat. Let me go back up. Nadia had one too. I see. All right, here we go. This one from Rocco. Did you figure out Metatron's actual name this morning? All right, so it's pretty much just a yes or no. All right, let's see. You've been working on that a while. I know you've gone deep dive into it. Does anyone else have a guess of who Metatron actually is? I'm not going to say anything because I want to see what Spirit says. All right. I have the chat room on my end. I froze it for me personally so I don't lose track of these questions. Let's see. Did Rocco discover the real name of Metatron this morning? I pulled 3 additional ones as well. I just did a yes or no spread, and I'm like, what? So I pulled some more. And out of these, you have 4 major arcana cards. Let me take this off the screen and let me try to explain this. And if it doesn't sound right with you, you tell me what you think. Okay? This just represents you starting out on a new journey and trying the determination to figure it out. It's just you, baby Paige. You went with your gut. You took a leap of faith to investigate it, right? Starting a new path, a new beginning. Here's what made me go, huh? This guy came in here and he's about deception. So, but he also represents breaking chains of thinking the old way. So I'm curious to know from you, Rocco, did it change the way you thought about who you thought it was? Did you break away from that thought process of who this guy had originally tried to convince you it was? That's what I'm curious about. Now, with the major arcanas, they represent yeses. Those are strong yeses, so meaning, yes, you did come up with the answers, but I wanted a little bit more. This tells me that you've been working and working and working, trying to manifest this answer. The death card comes in here. Now, this is changing things, slow to change, but death of the old ways of thinking. So I think, did you deep dive into a little bit deeper than what you expected to get into, and it changed your thought process? Because another major arcana comes in. Both rows gave me yeses. Is the Wheel of Fortune, and that's changing and flipping it upside down, changing the course of action or your thought process. So both spreads, pulling 3 for yes and no, 4 major arcanas, 2 in each, always gives me yeses. But I like the story behind it. I'm just curious to know from you if what you found out changed your thought process of your studying and all the work that you put in. I will scroll down and get your answer in just a second. But according to this, 2 strong yeses, Rocco, that you did figure it out, but it totally blew your mind or something, and you changed a whole lot of the way you were thinking or in the process of thinking. Okay, so okay, Nadia had one. Why is it difficult for you to meditate now? It's called upgrading, darling. A lot of times when you can't concentrate, energies have a lot to do with it. But normally, if you are meditating the same way you normally do, it represents that you need to upgrade your meditation, change your meditation. When you do it, how you do it, which ones you're doing. But let's see what Spirit says. Energies and spirit can also cause a lot of distractions. Just in your everyday life, you could be distracted by a lot of things, and you just have to find new ways to be able to focus. Excuse me. All right, so all right. Okay. Well, that's what I thought. Beautiful cards. All right, let's take this off the screen, and I'm going to show you. All right, why can't Nadia concentrate and meditate very well anymore? Okay, because your situation is changing. Pick up the card. You need to change the way you're doing things. Okay? The 2 of Pentacles, this is about timing, manifesting and timing. The timing of when you're doing it, this is finding balance in your life. Something seems off. Now this, in the past, this is in the recent past, is the Page of Pentacles. Now, he was really good about manifesting a good meditation, and he could sit down and do it. You were determined. Didn't matter. That's baby Page. That's the way you used to meditate. Well, guess what's happening? You're moving out of that. You're overcoming that adversity by moving forward. You're upgrading. That's a major arcana card, the Chariot. So you need to move forward to get over that adversity. You need to upgrade and change the way you meditate. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards in here. You're being called to do something different. Look here, someone's trying to get your attention. So I would say upgrade. Maybe it doesn't fit where you used to be, and you're growing and ascending so fast spiritually with this Judgment card that you need to change it. Okay? You're going to have to use discernment and figure out which ones work for you, which ones sit right with you. And here's your advice on what's going to happen. The Hangman. You're growing with your enlightenment. You can feel like you're in limbo right now, but this is for personal spiritual growth. Keep going. You just need to upgrade and do something a little deeper. Don't be afraid to go a little bit deeper. If fear and anxiety is keeping you from doing it, you're just, well, here's Miss Deb. You can ask her for advice. Sit there and manifest what you want. Where do you want to be at the end of your meditation? Do you want more growth? Do you want to spend more time in a different dimension? These are questions you ask yourself when you're trying to explore new types of meditation. So I'm not saying that the ones that you're doing now aren't good. You're just beyond that. You've grown that much that they're just not keeping you focused. So you need to do something a little bit more advanced to keep you occupied. You will do this. You're going to have a lot of help too. Get 2 more major arcana cards. The Sun card, you will accomplish this. It is coming your way. That's a firm foundation in what you need to do. Ace of Swords, you will be hearing soon about guided meditation that you can do. These are about thoughts and words. It's coming. Remember, the wreath at the top is Victory card. You will have that. So the Ace of Swords confirms that you will get it. Guess who's going to come in and help you? Talk to your off-worlders. And this is also spiritual guides as well. Talk to your shamans. That's what I just got. Talk to your shamans. Upgrade yourself. All those major arcana cards. Honey, you're growing. You're outgrowing your meditation. Okay? So I want you to just dive a little bit deeper. Wow, another major arcana is your base card, the World. You will have complete victory over that. Remember, the wreath that's the largest one in the deck. The World's, that's another firm foundation that it'll change your whole world if you just upgrade. Okie dokie. All right. Let me get caught up with the chat. Let me go down here, and I'll go back, and if I missed a question, you guys holler at me. All right. Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah. Well, it's trial and error. You try in different ways. It's trial and error. You just figure out which one resonates with you the best. I mean, if you get to one, you're like, oh, I wasn't really feeling that, and you still feel a little distracted, do something different. There's lots of different ones out there. Okay, let's see. Did Sean come in? I don't want to miss him. Somebody said hi to Sean. Hi, Sean. There he is. Hi, sweetie. Our busy worker bee. He's always working. So nice to see you, honey. Mary Jean came in. All right. You didn't ask your, okay, I'm getting Rocco's answer. You didn't ask your guide yet, so you don't know. Maybe getting closer. Yeah. Well, with the Devil card and the Death card in your reading, I'm wondering if you are close. They want you to change the mindset just a little bit. That's just what I'm getting. So just keep on your search. There's 3 men in here. Heaven help us. Katie barred the door. All right. All right. Uh-oh, JoJo had a joke. What do you get when you combine a parrot and a centipede? Walkie-talkie. Okay. I love you, JoJo. Excuse me. Terry, that's a good way of looking at it. You feel like your photography, when you do things that you really love. Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. Was there anything else that I missed? Let me see. Okie dokie. All right. I don't think so. Coffee's making my nose run too. Terry, you're cracking me up with these jokes. You're all so funny. All right. I'm just checking for questions in case. Dragonfly, did you want me to answer this one, Tony? Spook the horses? I heard a horse got out of control, went into the crowd or something. We can ask. Just checking for questions, guys. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Terry, you asked, can we add Kalanish? Is it, if I'm butchering the pronunciation, I'm sorry. Kalanish standing stones to the Wednesday list? Well, I don't want to say yes and promise that we'll get to it because we have 2 on the list. That means Stonehenge, and we're also going to get into Easter Isle. And that's a lot of information itself. But let me make a note of it. That way I can, if I have time, I will deep dive. That doesn't mean that we can't add it to a different show. I don't want to promise Wednesday and then not be able to do it. You kidding me? I'm still deep diving on the Dome of the Rock in Mecca. That's still fascinating. That's just a rabbit hole and a half. Miss Renee says, hello, everyone. She said, I'm not allowed to say any truth or stuff anymore. No one in her family wants to hear it, and they think she's crazy and have changed. Well, we're the sane ones. You probably have changed, but it's for the better. And I don't think that they would come to me and say I was right about anything. Well, that's pride. And unless it comes out that everyone knows in the public, then they won't believe anything. Is something soon coming out? Well, publicly, that's an iffy question, but we'll get to that in just a second. Okay, let's do this. Dragonfly 17 wanted to know if Diana spooked the horses in front of William and Kate's carriage. Well, interesting. All I know is the horse got spooked in the crowd. I don't know why, but let's ask. a yes or no. So I'll do a 3-card spread. See what Spirit says. Diana is always represented in my cards by a queen. So we will see. Normally the Queen of Wands, but it depends on what message has to come through. Okie dokie. All right. Dragonfly 17, did Diana spook the horses in front of William and Kate's carriage? Ace of Wands, yes. Yes, the Hermit. Divinely protected. That's the Hermit card. This is shining a new path. She was, apparently she did it on her own, but divinely protected because that's my creator card as well. 8 of Cups. Now this is, apparently this is the message that she walked away from that life, started a new beginning. That represents her life in general. I want confirmation. Oh, interesting. So this represents it was her idea. She did it very quickly. It was her idea, but she wasn't alone. Guess who was with her? Her 2 actual children, the real William and Harry. Not the fake ones you see. So she and her children. Interesting. 17, I hope that answers your questions. You got an ace. It says yes. She and her 2 sons. They did it very quickly and then got out of there. Wow. What, the Grim Reaper at the ceremony for the king? I did not. I heard about it, but I have not seen it. That's quite interesting. Let's, yeah, 17, she took the real William and Harry with her. She raised them on her own. They were protected. Well, let's figure out how we want to ask this. What message that they wanted to try to give us. Like, first of all, what my intuition and my spirit guides are telling me is that the Grim Reaper represents the death of the crown, the death of the monarch, period. Plus, not to mention that all those people are dead anyway. You're watching 2.0s and clones and people in masks and all that kind of crap too. CGI. You are correct, 17. Let's just ask if the Grim Reaper represents the death of the monarch. Because I really believe that that's... I mean, I haven't seen pictures or anything. I just heard about it. And it was chatter. So let's just ask if it's the death to the monarchy or the people that were actually there. And then, Renee, I haven't forgot about you, honey. She wanted to know if there were big changes or something's going to come out to the public. Only so many things can come out publicly without the public losing their marbles. You know what I mean, Renee? So it's either you're awake or you're not. We're just watching a stupid movie. Well, sorry, mini-series. It just it's going on for years and years. 17, I have a question. You said Camilla was wearing Queen Mary's crown. Which Mary are we talking about? Because we had one that got her head cut off. I'm just curious. Queen of Scots? Yeah, well, she got beheaded, so maybe that's a sign. All right. All right. Funny. Terry, you were forced to walk the plank when you were a kid because you couldn't afford a dog. You're so funny. All right, so we're asking about this Grim Reaper at the ceremony. Does it represent the death of the monarch? Okie dokie. Okay, fascinating. It's all part of the movie, guys. All right, so the Grim Reaper being part of the ceremony, or however it was portrayed, the Five of Swords comes in. That means very strategically done to bring forth truth, because swords are about truth. Strategically placed there for a reason. Well, that was for your enlightenment. With the hangman there, of course, a lot of people are still going to be stuck on, I don't understand. That is to bring forth truth, and it's about ascension and enlightenment to get you to realize what's really been going on. Because I was asking about the monarch. They were gone a long time ago. Okay. But this is also your hoodwinked card, meaning that the monarchy that you've seen all these years, they were playing tricks on you. That's not even them. That's not the true monarch. They were trying to protect the bad bloodline. The Canaanites, Khazarian Mafia, Cabal, whatever you want to call them. There are lots of nasty, ugly names. That's the true truth. They were taken care of a long time ago, the people that were represented in this ceremony. But they were hoodwinking you all these years thinking that, oh, they're so special. No, they're not. All right. So it was a contract fulfilled that the Grim Reaper was there. But this was also to cause division. Okay, to get people talking. Like, what's going on here? But it is about a contract. It was agreed upon that this would be a part of the ceremony. Left a lot of people feeling left out in the cold, but this card also represents that the fake monarch that we've been seeing, they're gone. Five of Pentacles represents they've been left out. They were kicked out of the monarchy a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but it's been a few years. It's been at least 3 or 4 years. At least, okay. Well, this says 5, so 5 years. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So 5 years. 9 of Wands. All right. This represents being beat down and tired and sick of seeing it. This kind of represents us. This is advice card. Don't be, you're almost done. You're almost done. Well, we've heard that for 5 years too. So their definition, I always laugh because Jesus, he always said soon. When he said soon, what does that mean? Soon. He's beyond space and time. We don't know what soon means. All right. King of Wands. This tells me that who played the king, or the Grim Reaper, because something tells me that there may be an actual king playing that role. The real king. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I'm just telling you what Spirit's telling me. Interesting. All right, so they took a leap of faith doing this. That king, whoever was doing the Grim Reaper, I believe that is a real king of monarchy. They took a leap of faith to do that. They were treading lightly with protection, though. That's being very careful. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Y'all tell me if you saw something in particular. She is also there as well, the Empress. Very abundant, being the ruler. I believe there's female and male energy leaders there that were there. The true monarchy was there. I'm just telling you what spirits tell me. Y'all tell me what you saw. All right. Um, Dragonfly 17. I forgot about you, Renee. I'm coming. Does Queen Diana ancestors go back to King George, the Mad King, the last English king? King George III, who was married to Charlotte. Yes. I believe Diana she's the 13th great granddaughter in the lineage of the royal bloodline of Charlotte, I believe. Don't hold me to it, but I believe there's 13 generations between them and between her and King George III. King George III was the ruler at the time when we gained our independence. Well, supposedly gained our independence. So I've studied monarchy for years, but I believe that there's 13 generations and it leads all the way to Diana, I believe. Yeah. Yep. 17. You're on the right track. And now we question that monarchy's been wrong for generations, so we don't know. I don't know. There's a whole lot more to it than that, and not knowing the real true bloodline makes it very difficult. At 17, you were on the right track, honey. Okie dokie. All right. How much longer do we have to decode everything we see? Well, you don't have to keep doing it. We can pull cards. Let's see what Spirit says about how much longer this crazy series is going to go. And I don't know, it could last for years. I mean, we keep living every day. I know y'all don't want to hear that either. We gotta live here. I'm sick of saying it. Well, I get it. I get it. You take everything with a grain of salt, and if you get tired of it, turn it off. If you want to get caught up and do a Reader's Digest condensed version, pop it on for 2 minutes, and not mainstream. I mean, the deep dive rabbit holes. But be careful, because they'll go down many rabbit holes. So, Mary Jane, yeah. Yeah. Even though that show is fiction, they do drop some truth bombs in it, though. You are correct. So, all right. All right, so how much longer are we going to be doing this? Are they going to reveal anything soon? Let's just simply put it that way, because it's very, very vague. We don't ask for extreme details because stuff comes out every single day. Let's just ask Spirit like a big truth bomb. That's interesting. 17 was the silver bullion thing that Kate had on her head instead of the tiara a sign of change. Yeah, well, I didn't see her. I don't know, but I trust you. During a coronation, royal standards is that if you stand in a royal position, you are to wear the crown that you were coronated in if you've already been in coronation. Now, the exchanging of the king, now he gets the one that was previously worn, but Kate has her own tiara that she was married in, so I'm curious to know why she wasn't wearing that. I mean, they have multiple crowns, but they have one in particular they're supposed to be representing their position. I don't know. Kathy, I know. Most people don't care, but a lot of people have questions, and that's okay. All right, Renee wants to know big old truth bomb for the public. Well, Okay. Number wise, we have 8. When's the next big truth bomb? 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months. We have 8s in here. Okay. Well, let me show you this. Yeah, you're going to be highly disappointed. Probably, this is heartache and disappointment. That it's not, the truth isn't coming out fast enough. I think we're all kind of over it at this point. Now, this says within 8. This is coming fast, moving quickly, or already in the process. Pay attention to what you can't see it. Stuff happening behind the scenes. It's already in the works. But the big one that you're looking for is that it's coming fast. So with wands, it's a little bit faster. So I wouldn't push 8 months, say 8 days to 8 weeks. Well, heck, I'd be happy with 8 hours. But coming quickly, already in the process of. We are supposed to do one thing. Now, in the past, this is a leader. Okay, King of Wands represents a leader, a passionate go-getter. All right, somebody that's out there already doing stuff. He can represent Mr. T in a way. He can anybody in the alliance, but a strong leader. This is in the past, has already been putting it out there. All right. We are going to, people are going to be, the 8 of Cups came back up in the other reading that we had about people walking away from truth, or from what they saw during this coronation. It's making a lot of people, there's another 8, making a lot of people walk away. They're not believing and buying into any of this crap. They're tired of being screwed around with their emotions. Pay attention to the King and Queen of Pentacles. This can represent, sorry, Rocco, don't mean to insult the fake Bidens. Pay attention to their story. I feel terrible. I just insulted Mr. and Mrs. Rocco. They represent the Bidens when it comes to current leaders. So our leaders, something going on with them. Perfect advice. The Magician cards. Don't worry, it's what you're seeing. This is an illusion to what you're seeing. This is all fake. Remember, the Magician's a trickster, okay? Stop worrying about all the stuff that's falling in front of you like nothing's happening, because there's always stuff happening back here. This is for the rest of the world, okay? They've got it under control. They've already got complete victory. It is a firm foundation. It is done. It's settled. You're just watching crap happen. Yes, they're slower than a 7-year itch, but it's happening, okay? Oh, yeah, Jay's busy, so he'll probably watch a replay and go, did you insult me? Probably so. The base card on that is the Justice card. It will balance itself out and justice will be served. It's okay. All right. All right. How are we going to go eat lunch? So just pay attention to maybe it's a big shocker. Maybe something will be, something's going to happen that, yeah, Nadia, go ahead and stop questions because I still got to do oracles. I have groceries coming that they'll be here soon. I know it's frustrating, and I know I'm always trying to encourage you. It's frustrating. I've gotten angry before, and I'm like, come on, give us something. Give us some breadcrumbs. But these are things that are not in our control. The one thing we can control is manifesting, praying, keeping our vibration and frequency high. When we do that, it helps us to stay focused and stay grounded to where the important things are, and that's each other and our family. Okay? Just, I know it's hard to hear, be patient, but we have to. Don't let that 3D stuff keep you down. I know it's irritating because we have to live here, but just try to stay focused on how beautiful things will be. Make plans for those days. Just start doing stuff now. However, you've got to do that for you. But don't let people bring you down, okay? I know. It's irritating. I get it. And I'm sorry. But that's what we are here for. If you need to vent and share, it's okay. It's okay. I know it's really hard when you don't have family that support you either and they don't agree with what things you're doing. So let's finish up with Dragonfly 17 wanted to know about Kate's silver bullion thing on top of her head. Is that a sign of change? Let's do a yes or no on that. And then let's do your oracles, and I'm going to let you go enjoy the rest of your Monday. The littles are outside playing. I have to do groceries and all that fun stuff today. Okay, so I think that was the last one that I had. Sean, you're so funny. I'm so glad you made it in here today, brother. We've missed you. Good idea, Sweet Ginger Cakes. Yeah, find Soul Tribe members in your area. Meet locally if you can. I have a young neighbor that I speak with. Fortunately, there is no one. Everyone's moved out of my neighborhood. And the ones that are here, no, clueless. But you're welcome, Renee. And you have a blessed day as well, honey. But let's go in real quick and see. Let's ask about this silver bullion thing on top of Kate's head. Maybe they're trying to tell us something. I know that the financial stuff is also 3D, but guess what? We still have to have stuff to put food on the table. So we can't totally dismiss it. We just don't stay focused on it, okay? Can't obsess about it. So we're simply asking of what was on Kate's head. Did it mean something, especially change? Now the cards that represent change are the Tower and the Death card. Interesting. Oh, beautiful outcome. Starts out a little rocky, but I think it looks good. I don't think I need to put the question up here because we just talked about it. I mean, I will briefly if you want to. For anyone watching the replay, this is the question that we're answering or getting ready to answer. Was the silver bullion thing that Kate had on her head instead of the tiara a sign of change? That's what we're asking. I just pulled cards on that. Causing worry and anxiety over it. Does it speak truth? Yes. People going to pay attention to it? Depends. Depends on who you are. The fact that you guys are catching these things are important, though. This represents her. This is the Queen of Wands. I get that. I don't know anything about her. I don't study this royal family, the current one, well, fake one, real one. It doesn't matter. The real true leader or queen represents, this is the Queen of Wands. She loves her people. She is a mama bear when it comes to a queen, and she has a passion and desire to help people. Okay? She's trustworthy. Because what cat do you know will turn their back on a stranger? This cat is facing forward. When you look at pictures inside tarot, they always represent something. Cats don't turn their back on somebody they don't trust. So that card, that tells us that she's trustworthy, okay? She's gift-giving with the sunflower. She brings brightness. So, and as far as I understand, Kate Middleton is also a descendant of a royal bloodline as well. Don't hold me to it. I'm just reading cards. In the past, this is just in the recent past, we had a wish and a hope. We're wishing. Please tell us this means that big changes are coming. The current situation is, yeah, that's to enlighten you, to bring you on a new path and a new journey. The Hermit card also tells us that Abba's in control. Your creator is in control. Male and female, I'll just say Abba because that's a lot of people associate that. Does it mean great change is coming? The Ace of Swords. It was to bring truth. Look at the crown at the top of the Ace of Swords. That is a crown. What she was wearing on her head is victory. That war has already been won. Because it is silver bullion, it has to do with finances. That, you will appreciate this. The Six of Wands represents that victory is already over with. Okay? It's already done. So if it represents major changes, changes have already happened. You're just seeing a slow process of a replay. Final card, your off-worlders, your Galactic Federation, your alliance. All these people are in full control, balancing things out now. And it's also a wish. Make a wish that these people will absolutely, get 2 wish cards in here, that these people will wake up. But are you going to lose sleep over it and become this card if they don't? No. Don't be doing that to yourself. This card came in the last one, 9 of Wands. It's almost over. It's almost over. Beat down, tired. I'm not doing this no more. It says hang on to your passion and desire. It's almost over. Well, shoulda, coulda, woulda, tick-tock, whatever. We've heard it. I'm not here to lecture you on 3D stuff. You take it, you handle it however you can. But Spirit says it's almost over. Of course, they're beyond space and time. Be encouraged and encourage one another that you're not in this by yourself. Your base card on that was the Judgment card. Moving away, they're trying to get your attention for what you saw. They're trying to get your attention. You're being called away to do something different. Moving forward. So yes, major changes coming. Absolutely. Okay. All right. It keeps emphasizing, and no matter how many questions we had today on 3D topics, it's fine. It's fine as long as we don't stay there and focus on it. But we kept getting the same cards repeat themselves. No matter how many times I shuffle, they may not be in the same position, but the cards will still keep coming up because that's where Spirit wants you to focus. It's almost over. Don't worry. All right? Let's jump into your oracles before I let you go. All right, like I said, we don't really have lectures today, but we have some great advice. All right, let's start with our Angel of Abundance. This one is a repeat. As thick as this deck is, that's how thick the deck is, and this card keeps coming back in here, but that tells me that Spirit wants us to change our mindset because that is an abundance mindset, okay? And that's the one that says if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. So we have to already manifest that it's in our hand, in our grasp. We already, not only physical abundance when it comes to financial, but the end of this crazy movie and our success and our ascension. We need to have the mindset that it's already in our hand and already in our grasp. Don't always think that it's one day away. Almost done, almost done, almost done. Say, nope, it's here. We're done. We're here. That's all you got to do. Yeah, easier said than done, Jen. I know. I'm like that too. All right. Here's your Archangel that came in today. I think we have had this one. I think. I don't know. You know, I butcher these names. Forgive me. Archangel Philia. I'm pronouncing that correctly. I do not know. Pretty little animals. Beautiful yellow collar. Collars always represent something in this as well. It says honor animals. Communicate with different species. Hopefully not the poisonous ones, but you get what I'm saying. Here's your brief oversight of this Archangel Philia. This is a glorious sunshine yellow, angel of animals who has come from another universe to help the animals on our planet. Well, maybe this angel can help them balance themselves out because we got some animals out there acting crazy. So his etheric retreat is above Holy Island, Firth of Clyde, Scotland. He also works in Yellowstone in the U.S., which is a vast yellow portal for animals. Oh, it's called Yellowstone too. All right. Animals have incarnated from many planets and stars in this and other universes, just as we have, to experience life on Earth in a physical body. Like us, they have a sole purpose and a life mission. They are here to learn and teach with the heart and right brain. In order to ascend, you must understand and honor the animal kingdom. Archangel Philia is touching the hearts of humanity now that we see who animals truly are and treat them with love, respect, and kindness. You can call on him to help a particular animal or all of them. He will gather the prayers that are sent and use the energy to assist whenever possible. With Archangel Azrael, he is present at the birth and death of every creature. Well, that's beautiful. And I think if you guys haven't noticed, I have. Animals are becoming more in tune. Well, we're just recognizing it more. Even strays are becoming more friendly to us. I believe they are. They do around here all the time. And there's just a stronger bonding connection. It's like the vibration and frequency is stronger between humans and animals right now, even the wild ones. So I think it's a good sign. Always remember the fauna out there with Gaia, no matter who they are. Okay, guys, here's your chakra oracles. Apparently, we got this one last week as well. Balance. We have to find balance between the 3D and our ascended dimensions and realms. Find balance. Don't focus so much on the 3D, but understand you still have to live here. I'm pretty sure you guys know that because you have to eat, pay the bills, okay? But try to find an equal balance so you don't get crazy one way or another. Well, any more crazy than we already are, okay? So just continue to work on how you balance your time out. All right, despondence. Despondence is trying to have a feeling that it's about depression, but it's having the despondence represents feeling that you will never come out of your depression ever again. That it is an infinite depression. Nothing is ever going to go right. Nothing's ever going to be fixed. I'm stuck here forever. That is a thought process that the enemy always tries to convince you of. You have to say, no, shut up, and go away. To the enemy, by the way. Okay, let me check my text. See, he's hollering at me. Okay. Now, your very last one is about forgiveness. If you are dealing with moving on from something, or you got a lot of pain and heartache towards somebody, it could be somebody in a family, as a family member, it could be a coworker, it could be a friend, could be yourself. We need to work on forgiving and moving past whatever turmoil has been caused to you or you've caused to someone else. Forgive. But once you forgive, you've got to let go of it and not keep bringing it back up. Because we know our Creator does not. Yeshua does not. Yeshua forgives and moves on. Okay, and we've got to learn to do that too. All right? So that is your chakra oracles for today. Like I said, I don't consider those lectures. I consider them great advice. Okay? All righty. So, everyone, many blessings to you on the rest of this Monday. Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All goes well. We will have our 4th roundtable with myself, Rocco, Nadia, and I'm going to get a hold of Dennis, King of Cups, and see if he would like to join us. I'm going to email him today, actually. So, Dennis, if you're watching this, I'm going to holler at you in a bit. Okay? We will start discussing Easter Isle. And if you guys have ever seen the movie Night of the Museum, that's Dum Dum Gum Gum. Okay, that's that statue. Okay, those statues are all along Easter Isle. So we're going to ask their origins and things about that. And then we'll deep dive into Stonehenge, which is going to be fascinating because we've got lots of theories on that one as well. Okay, so it's about us discussing it, but that doesn't mean that you can't ask questions. You may already have the question that we're asking as well. Okay, I did write down the Colonish standing stones as well. I will take a peek and see how much information is behind that, and we will try to decide if we want to add it or not. Okay. All right. Thank you all for joining me today. It's been fun. Go enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I will see you Wednesday. Love and lights, lots of blessings, and I love you. All right. If you need me, get a hold of me. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.